Hello lurkers, and hello you archaeologists. I'm the John Struct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having an Eyes of Ara adventure. And we are in chapter 3, I believe. This is some gingerbread flavoured Pepsi, which were Christmas. It is now April, so I'd saved them, but I'm now thinking it might not have been the best of ideas. Oh, hang on. Okay. Hello lurkers, and hello all you archaeologists. I'm the John Struct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having an Eyes of Ara adventure. This is it? Hang on. Yes, it is. It's part of my Muddle and Mystery adventures. Really, I probably should be finishing Gabriel Knight, but I'm taking a break from that. And we're playing this, and when we finish this, we're not going back to Gabriel Knight yet. We're going to that game instead. What is it? It could be anything. It's not anything though, it's a specific thing. But it could be anything. Anyway, let's carry on with the game, shall we? I was stuck. I probably still am, but I was too. Both can be true. We're still in this room. We do have it downstairs though. So we'll examine every room at a time. We have this statue. A mysterious person holding a golden light. Statue probably has a name. Is the name of the statue Ramel? No. No, it's not. Is it Kemel? No. Pema? No. John? Is it Im? Is it just E? No. No, it's not E. Is it P? I can't do Pee-wee. Okay, we'll leave it on P for the time being. Hello, Anyway, it's the Golden Knight, and I actually don't really care about the Golden Knight. I totally don't care about the Golden Knight. What I totally actually do care about is the rest of the puzzles. So for instance, there is some signs on the computers, and these signs, they're totally star sign things, aren't they? It's a 24. And 24 stands for something. I think this might be Earth. And like, I don't know, like Venus or some shit. It won't be Venus. Venus is the girl sign, isn't it? Mars and Venus we know quite well. But it's something. Cool, but like, how do you solve the puzzle associated with it? I don't know yet, but I'm just noting it exists. We totally need a boot disc. That's what we totally need. Oh, I don't have one of those. Maybe it already has. I like that this is blatantly just a photograph of an actual computer. We solved that already. There's a hammer, there's a screwdriver. So yeah, this seems important. If I can find a boot disc, that'll be something we can interact with, but I can't, so I can't. We have that easel that for some reason I cannot interact with. And it feels like that would be an important detail, but it isn't. we as a person walk out here and just go, I don't think there's anything interesting in that direction, and just immediately abandon it. Even though if I went to this place, I'd think that was an important detail, you know? We have a bunch of these informing us that it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We of course have these, and if we put them all down, it will undo. We have this sequence. And 6 unique symbols. No, actually, there were 5 unique symbols, because that one and that one are the same, although that line's slightly higher up. Normally when you have a cipher, there's like some sort of way of converting it to something else, right? Some sort of translation. I think we did this already. I actually can't remember if this was a thing we solved or not. That's kind of annoying. I think we picked up one of the levers there. So, like, I feel like this is connected to this. Two, 1, 3. Two, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. I just don't know. That's not a great start. This requires the server. That was solved already. I think that opened that box. So that's solved already as well. Yeah, it's really annoying. We've hit a bottleneck. Server is offline. This might be new. Did I solve this room already? Yeah, it was. Okay. Well, we've done a bit. I think it's just telling us what puzzle we needed for here. But we did this one already. This was solved. Good news, there appears to be a drawer I just missed. That's the best kind of thing to get stuck on, because that's just... I can blame the game for that. I don't know which room it is, but... it'll be downstairs. Wrong downstairs. That's not even... No! There we go, I missed that drawer there. Alright, I still don't know what to do, but there were 6 symbols there and some symbols here, like there's 2 dots. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those symbols. Won't lie, this wasn't the great, like, hey, I can get the ball rolling again that I thought it might be. That's presumably what that top right symbol is. Alright, unfortunately, I've just been given the answer, which is what I went to look for, but like, it wasn't a hint, it was just the answer. But, that is indeed instructions for that. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think that was just me being dumb. Because now, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, yep, it's obvious. It's, 213 131. 213 131. I might have even said the sequence before, 213 131. But yeah, damn. I didn't get the sequence from the internet either. It just said, oh, it's down 1. I was like, oh, damn it. Yeah, that's what it is. Whatever. That's a shame. I don't mind this because if you miss an item, sometimes you're just never going to see it. But this, I should have got. I knew they were connected. Initialize the server. Oh, there are sequences now. Okay, 24 is 81768. Cool. I see it's rebooting. That's lovely, but. 39783. Two 4195. Cool. Lovely. Maybe the answer is eclipse. It wouldn't fit anyway. The eyes appear to be powered by some kind of high-density material that, when subjected to the right conditions, is able to generate a small yet extraordinarily powerful energy source. I do not pretend to begin to understand it, but it's clear that this technology was devised by an intelligence far beyond my own. My first task is to recreate the conditions that activates the source. If I can create this reaction myself, perhaps I can begin to understand how they function. Maybe put a hand up, buddy, so I can read it. I do not seem to be alone in this. The eyes want me to understand it. It is strange, but I see equations in my dreams. I see 1 + 1 = 2. The patterns, the circuitry, even in devices themselves, I must inevitably construct. It is as though they are trying to communicate. Wonder, it is because they have. Is it because they have difficulty communicating with humans' physiology, or withholding to the last the method by which they weaponize my body? Success! After years of... Hang on, does it go up here? Oh, I'm just going to read those versions then. Yeah, later. Right, so Jane came on, and when they got close to the clear, tall, beautiful flames, they saw that there was a great queer-shaped lump of ice all around the bottom of the pole. Clear, smooth, shining ice that was deep, beautiful Prussian blue, like icebergs, in the thick parts, and all sorts of wonderful, glimmery, shimmery, changing colours in the thin parts. Like the cut glass chandelier in Grandmama's house in London. It is a very curious shape, said Jane. It's almost like she moved back a step to get a view of it. It's almost like a dragon. It is much more like a lamppost, like the lampposts on the Thames embankment, said George, who had noticed a curly thing like a tail that went twisting up the North Pole. Oh, George, cried Jane, it is a dragon. I can see its wings. Whatever shall we do? And sure enough, it was a dragon, a great shining, winged, scary, clawy, big-mouthed dragon made of pure ice. It must have gone to sleep curled around the hole where the warm steam used to come up from the middle of the earth. And then when the earth got colder and the column of steam froze and was turned into the North Pole, the dragon must have got frozen in his sleep, frozen too hard to move, and there he stayed. And though he was very terrible, he was also very beautiful too. Jane thought so, but George said, oh, don't bother, I'm thinking about how to get onto the pole and try the compass without waking the brute. The dragon certainly was beautiful, with his deep, clear Prussian blueness and his Russian-coloured glitter, and the rising from within with the cold coil of the frozen dragon. The North Pole shot up like a pillar made of one great diamond, and every now and then it cracked a little from the sheer cold. The sound of the crackling was the only thing that broke the great white silence, in the midst of which the dragon lay like an enormous jewel, and the straight flames went up all around him like stalks of tall lilies. Research log phase 1. Last entry. That date there. Success! After years of research and experimentation and countless failed attempts, we managed to bring one of the core into the interment energy state. The power source glows with the bright yellow hue and is warm to the touch. It is incredibly efficient, wasting very little energy to heat. Upon activation, I detected an extraordinary amount of radio interference, and moving the core into the close proximity with the receiver caused it to produce intense static feedback. No doubt this is from the source of the mysterious signal. Oh, I have a cup of tea. Is it cold? It is a bit. Must have faffed. This week, though, the eyes themselves seem to give off much stronger signal. Furthermore, while the signal from my core is steady, that of the eyes seem to fluctuate. Perhaps they can control the energy output. That is a logical conclusion. I must move on to the next phase of my research and attempt to replicate the conditions for a high energy power source. Oh, it prints out fine. Right. I've learned a great deal since successfully activating a high-energy state core 2 months ago. Now I have multiple activated cores, and each one generating a cool blue light. I've even discovered how to control the output, which has led to further extraordinary discovery. By synchronizing their frequencies, I can amplify the output. With enough of them, I could create an energy field of virtually limitless power. Although the logistics of such an undertaking are impractical, I say, for me perhaps, the eyes could no doubt act in unison to achieve this. They are far more adept at manipulating their own technology than I will ever be. What they might do with such an energy field, I do not know, though the amount of interference it would generate would be sure to cause havoc on the airwaves. Nevertheless, this gives me consideration for the next phase of my research. Already I feel the drive to move on to the next stage. Already the eyes lead me down new paths. I begin to suspect that I am as much their research project as they are mine. Let's take a picture of that. I know I have F2, I'm being lazy. Also, I want to have both on the screen at once. No. I don't want to do whatever you've just did. I don't want to add a caption. Fuck. Just let me see my photographs. Okay. It's quite hard because it's constantly moving. It's phase 1 again. Okay, the power source is not... Okay, that seems good. So I'll bring the amplitude down to 4. I'll bring the amplitude down to 2. Well, I've done something. Ooh. In my dreams I have seen a great many things. I've seen the eyes watching us silently and patiently for countless eons. I've seen them manipulating us, testing us, experimenting on us, like so many mice in a lab. None who have dwelt here have been free of their influence. We are their research project, their grand experiment. How many worlds have they visited? How many peoples have they studied? This much I have been able to discern, that they came from a star far away, around which orbits not Jupiter, and a single rocky planet not unlike our own. They set out on a great expedition of learning, sending out their vessels in all directions, to all corners of the cosmos. As I lay here watching the planets wheel overhead, I can use the projector to visualize their great journey. 3 distinct stages: their distant homeworld, the majestic gas giants of our outer solar system, and a tiny blue marble nestled among the inner planets. I can only imagine the other wonders too numerous to comprehend. I cannot fathom the eons of time that they have explored and waited. They have perceived such lengths of time as we do. Are they merely machines, little more than intelligent drones programmed for data collection? Or is their intelligence a sign of something more? Perhaps even a sign of people that have transcended the need for mortal bodies and are now part of some great collective consciousness. On this I can only speculate. They have been manipulating me from the start. It's now apparent. They've guided my hand to some end, purpose. What that is, I still do not yet understand, but I have little doubt that it involves the final phase of my research. Work on the device continues, however slowly. It's the complex machine of extraordinary technology. They've studied humanity for centuries, experimenting on us, testing our intelligence. Soon their work will be complete. Okay, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Made that blow go blue. While I was gone, I just had a look at where I should be looking, which I shouldn't. I'm being impatient now. But I don't think I would have considered this. Yeah, that. I don't know what's up with this. Is it that? So that's all I saw. That there was another symbol on the computer. Is that important? Oh! Okay, cool. How'd you get the middle one to turn? I found the mountain brewery. Like, I actually don't think this is a part of the puzzle. I think this was just a bonus puzzle. it was that symbol there. Well, that's neat. It's not going to help us though, is it? But it's neat. Okay, so apparently the thing I looked up was just, well, you saw what I looked up. That I had to click on the computer. But apparently that had nothing to do with what I'm actually trying to solve, so... Yay. Yeah, I don't know where any of this is. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it here, because otherwise I'm just going to look up the answer, and I don't want to do that. I'm assuming this is a Stargate. A star map, you know. One, two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe we want the inner planets. Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Okay. It's the inner planets. There's the outer planets. Okay. Not Jupiter and a single rocky planet. I won't lie, I think that one was a bit silly, but I got the premise. They came from space. Oh. I don't know how much I've got left, but I am actually gonna let you go now, because I figured out a puzzle on my own, and I'm happy with that ending to the stream. And I'm sure there's at least an hour's more to do. So thank you very much for watching. I've been the John Struct. I've been having an Eyes of Our Adventure. Farewell. Thank you very much. And I'll see you next time.